¿Qué onda, Mike? ¿Cómo estás? So, the modismo for today is ¿Qué onda?, which is to say what's up or hello. It's a salutation that is used amongst friends in Mexico. ¿Qué onda? So, yeah. So, what I want to do in this video is tell you about some things that I did in the first month of my being in Mexico, in Monterrey. So the first thing, the thing I would rank as the most fun thing I did during that time was a fiesta that we went for. So the fiesta was held by MSU TEC, it's the shirt I'm wearing, MSU TEC, which is the outreach to the university students that the community had, right? So the community had an outreach to the university students in the university called Tecnológico de Monterrey. And so this outreach had a fiesta just to get people going and stuff. So no alcohol and all, but it's just a lot of dancing and good food. So during this fiesta is when I realized, you know what, I really like dancing, cumbia and whatever, salsa, all the Latin dances, and it's so much fun. I also realized, you know what, I can't dance for peanuts, right? Because I have two left legs, but it was fun, and I said, okay, by the time I leave Mexico, I'm going to try and get better at dancing. And to some extent, I guess I did. Right, so another thing that I did, that I got a chance to do, was visit some people's houses during the first month, and they invited me over and we had a carne asada, which is like a barbecue. And so there was a big piece of meat that was barbecued and we ate it. And so, yeah, really welcoming people. The family Collins, nice people. If you ever go to Monterrey, you should look them up. Yeah, and so other things that I did during the first month, I was also given the book Catholicism for Dummies, because I realized, you know what, I still don't know as much as I'd like to know about my own faith in being a Catholic. And so I said, I have to start reading up about Catholicism. And this book was really enlightening, and I read a lot of things that I didn't previously know, or if I had known, I had forgotten. And it was quite a good book to read, to really get into what do Catholics believe and what are the differences between Catholics and Protestants, and why all the denominations and all. So yeah, it's a good book. So another thing, this was really cool, is we went to this huge store called HEB, and we went to shop, and I was so engrossed in the goods that are there available. Everything from food, it's a huge store, right? And it was really interesting to just see everything is new, and it was quite interesting. Also, another thing that we did during the first month was I had a couple of opportunities to chill with some brothers. So I also tasted Mexican beer for the first time. So there are many brands, but I think my favorite of them all was Indio, that's what it's called. And there's also the local brand called Carta Blanca, which is from Monterrey. And so the locals will drink Carta Blanca. So yeah, those are some of the things I did in the first week of being there. Let me just check my notes. Oh yeah, also, so university sector. So I had I went for a meeting, which was the community meeting, but it was only of the people in the university. And in that meeting, we had to sign a commitment about what we're going to do in the gap year, and just like I'll abide by these things, and you know, and it was a significant event for all the gappers, and yeah, it went on well. And yeah, the last thing I want to tell you, just let me check my notes. Right, and the last thing I want to talk to you about is MSU TEC. So MSU TEC is the outreach the community has to the university TEC, which is Tecnológico de Monterrey. And that university is just brilliant. It's amazing. It's like one of the like for us Indians at least, it's like one of those Harvard and MIT and stuff like that. It's a beautiful, amazing university. So when you walk in, it's green, and there are deers in the lawns, and there's a lake, and there are peacocks, and just the landscaping, amazing. And also there is an ambience of chillness, really. I don't know what else to call it. It was just such a cool university to be in. The library, right? Many floors the library is, and once you enter the library, as you go higher up in the floors, the quieter the library gets. So people who are working on the ground floors are allowed to make noise, and once you go up, it's more for serious studies, and they have these rules. And also they have certain like you could book conference rooms in the library for your studies, and you could just lie down on the floor in the library, and they had like sofas and bean bags, and people often slept in the library. So they'd study late at night and then they'd get up early for classes. A lot of the people I lived with often slept in the library, because sometimes the AC wouldn't work at our home, and so it'd get really hot, and so the library had AC, and so they just sleep there. And it was quite an interesting thing. Even once I went to the library and I sat down and I just read a book, and it was such a beautiful experience, you know. The whole university campus, amazing. And also, I have another story I want to tell you, but I'm going to keep it for next week. It's about MSU TEC and this university. And so please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next week.